How to promote your OnlyFans on TikTok. So what is going on, guys? Welcome back to my channel. So today we are doing an educational video for you guys to learn how you can grow your business on TikTok and get more followers to your OnlyFans account. Before we get started, make sure you subscribe down below. There is so much content coming for you guys about how you can make money online. Before we get too deep into the video, if you need any help growing your OnlyFans business, reach out to me on Instagram. My direct Instagram link is always in the video description. I have OnlyFans promotion for guaranteed fans, TikTok management, Reddit management, TikTok coaching, Twitter management, literally so much stuff I'm getting tongue-tied. So reach out to me on Instagram if you want help growing your business. The first thing I want to start off with is if you do not have a TikTok account at all just yet, I want you to hold off on creating that account. The reason is that TikTok favors new accounts, but you really want to go and sign up for your account as soon as you really have content ready to post. The reason for that is they favor the new accounts. So if you open your account and you start posting right away, you will get pushed out further onto the platform and it will give you more views, more followers, and get you onto the algorithm a lot quicker. So I always tell my clients this: we are going to create your account. And even if you have an account, but it's been kind of stagnant, even creating an account and doing the tips that I'm going to be giving you throughout this video, you can test and see if it will work for you. But for my clients, if they do not have an account just yet, I always tell them, hold off. Let's get your content together first, and then we are going to create your account. So as soon as we create that account, we can start posting that very same day. So now that you opened up your account, we want to focus on the bio. Now, there's not too much things that you really have to do, but there is just a few key point information that I really want to give you and kind of make sure that you're doing. Number one, you cannot have your direct OnlyFans or Fansly link in the bio. So what you are going to do is you are going to direct them to your Instagram or your Twitter, which I have videos for that, so definitely check them out. So you are going to direct them to either your OnlyFans or your Twitter page. After that, the bio doesn't have to be anything crazy. Sometimes I have clients that think that this is like a really, really crucial part, which it's not. You just want to have something a little catchy. And then what I normally have my clients do is I will have them put, yes, I don't know why I'm doing quotes. Yes, I have one, meaning and implying that, yes, you have a spicy page. And then you are going to have two finger emojis pointing downwards to where your other socials link is. Now, two big points about that. The first thing is having that emoji down is what we call in marketing a CTA, which is a call to action. So you want your viewers and followers to take a specific action, and that is to bring them to your next socials to where they can get to your OF and find you. The second thing about this is I want you to make sure if you are putting a direct link to your socials, that link works correctly. Because if it doesn't, then you are doing all of this basically for nothing, because they're not going to be able to get to where you want to take them. And I say this in all of my videos. So if you watch the Instagram video, you'll hear me say it there too. You always want to make sure that all your links are working. And on TikTok, even in the DMs, you are not going to be sharing your OF link. So you don't put your page in jeopardy. Not like you can't just open up another page. There is so many of my clients that reach out that they want help, but my account got banned or, it got taken away. Totally fine. Let's use another email address and we just keep the ball rolling. So that is definitely not a problem. Now, your profile picture cannot be too spicy, but you want to make sure that it is centered, it is good lighting, and it is clear on exactly what the picture is. For all of my clients, I always do social media audits. And there's so many times where I'm looking at their profile pictures and I don't even know what I'm looking at. So quality of your content does matter. So just make sure you got good lighting going on. And again, it's not too spicy. After that is content. So with content, as I had stated prior, you want to make sure that you have content lined up for as soon as you open up your TikTok account. With the content, just like your profile picture, you want to make sure it's centered. You want to make sure it's good lighting, and you want to make sure it's not too spicy, or you will get banned. Or I've never really even seen anyone get shadow banned on TikTok. They will just take away your account. So make sure that your content has all of those qualities, and it can be super flirty and super fun, but it doesn't have to be and should not be too spicy. Now, the recommended time that I have my clients make their video clips, and I will edit it for them if they need, is anywhere from about 5 to 25 seconds long. Now, you have to understand that with your videos, they have to have a good retention rate. Now, what does that mean? That means it has to have people watching it for a decent amount of time before they swipe off of it. So your content does play a role on TikTok. So make sure, again, that you are putting at least a little effort. Now, in the beginning, I don't want you to drive yourself crazy, so you're not burning yourself out right away, but you definitely want to take that into consideration. Then one step further than that is to make sure that your audios on your content are good and trending. So I have a specific method that I teach all of my one-to-one coaching clients. If you're interested in that, you could reach out to me again on Instagram, not a problem. But with audio, you want to find something that is on its way up a trend, not on the way down. So if you've been hearing an audio, but you see that so many people have been doing it and it's been kind of trending for like a month or two now, you're not going to want to hop on that trend, especially if you're a new page. If you are a new page and you're established, you'll definitely be able to get pushed onto the algorithm with that sound. But if you are a new page, you're not going to really get as much traction as established pages with a song that is already going down the trend. So that is a very, very, very big helpful hint there. Your posting schedule. So just like any other social media platform that I go over in all of my other videos, Twitter, Reddit, TikTok, we're doing TikTok, Twitter. I'm like so tongue-tied today, guys. You have to make sure that you are consistent with posting. So that is another reason why I have my clients make a batch of content even before we start their account. So that way you have content already made and you're not burning yourself out, because in the beginning, it is the most crucial to really have a system in place so you don't burn yourself out. Because if you do, you're just going to give up on your business altogether when there is good money to be made on the platform. So what you're going to do is have content ready, but you have to be consistently posting every single day. So I normally have my clients posting, or we will post for them if that is what the service that they wanted from us, is 2 to 6 times per day. Now, I know that sounds like it's a lot, but you can always make different TikToks with the same outfit on, just change up your scenery or exactly what you're doing in that video. So that is how I am able to batch my clients' content. And what I always tell them to do themselves is you could stay, that same day, you can get as many as you possibly can, short video clips. So that way you can get a whole bunch of videos within one day. But you should be posting 2 to 6 times per day, every single day. And again, I know that sounds like a lot, but because you can use shorter clips, like a 5-second clip, you can definitely get a whole bunch of videos all in one go, and you'll be fine. Hashtags. So when I first started offering TikTok services a few years ago, hashtags weren't really that relevant. I was getting my own growth and my clients' growth, amazing results, without the use of hashtags. But now the algorithm is changing, the platform is changing, and we have to change along with it, right? So now hashtags are definitely very relevant on the platform. But just like I always suggest on all of my other videos for social media, you need to do hashtag research before you just kind of slap a whole bunch of hashtags on your posts and you don't really have anything coincide. Because if you do that, you're not really going to be placed on the platform correctly. So you really want to make sure you're using hashtags, but that you do research on your hashtags. And the number one tip that I always say to my clients is just use a hashtag that is as closely similar to what your content is. It's the best way to get yourself in front of a new audience, or excuse me, a targeted audience. But please do not use the OnlyFans hashtag, and do not use OnlyFans, Fansly, Feet, BBW. Don't use things of that nature. It's going to be, brunette, bikini, beach, stuff like that. Okay. Lastly, something else that has changed on the platform is that content creators before, I would just post my videos and log off of the platform, and I would get back on and I'd have like 1,000 followers overnight. Now it's a little bit different, where they actually are pushing not just the viewers, but the content creators to be engaged on the platform as well. So you really want to make sure that you are engaging on the platform. You are watching other people's TikToks as well. You're liking their TikToks. You're commenting on their TikToks. You're sharing their TikToks. You're saving their TikToks. And this is very, very juicy information, guys. So really pay attention to that. So you are going to be doing that right before you go and you post your next, your next TikTok. Also, take advantage of the drafts section in your page. So that way you can have all of the things that you filmed right on your page. And that also shows the platform that you are going to be and are a contributing content creator to their platform, in which they do reward that as well. How to use Twitter to promote your OnlyFans business. And if you are interested in any of my services, I have Twitter management services, I have promotional services to get you guaranteed fans to your site, then just again, reach out to me on Instagram. The direct link for that will be in the video description down below. So the first thing I want to speak about, if you are brand new to the Twitter X platform, you have not opened up an account yet, I do have to tell you, because I say this to a lot of my clients, because I have clients that are just starting out. I have clients that have had their Twitter accounts for a little while. So when my newbie clients come to me and they want my Twitter management services, I always explain to them that with a brand new account on Twitter, we cannot and you cannot just go onto the platform and just blast your way, in a sense, through the platform and just really have full reins of the platform. When you first open up your Twitter account, they want to see that you are going to be a contributing member to the actual platform. So you almost have like a grace period of a couple of weeks to almost a month, to where they really give you free reins of the platform. And anyone that is beyond that point, you know exactly what I'm talking about, where once they see, okay, they're posting, they're engaging with other content creators, you will then get a notification where they basically will say that you are now have a little bit more access or more access to the platform. So just make sure that when you are first starting out, you keep that in mind. You are not going to be able to get onto the platform if you are brand new, literally a brand new page, and you think that you're going to be able to kind of knock it out of the park from day one with a brand new page. You are going to have to get yourself kind of worked into the platform and into the algorithm. So your profile and bio. So you cannot have any type of spicy content in your profile picture or your banner picture. They will automatically remove it, and you just don't want to put your account in jeopardy. So just pick a really cute banner picture and a profile picture of you that's really clear, good lighting, good quality of yourself that is just not that spicy. Now, when it comes to your bio, you do not have to write anything, like super crazy in the bio where you think you have to write a whole long paragraph about yourself. Something just catchy, enticing, and just something that explains, who you are, your niche, something like that, and your demographics, but keeping it short and sweet. And then at the end of writing about your demographics about yourself is where I like to always add into all of my clients' bio, check out the link below for more. And I will just put a little finger emoji pointing downwards so that they are directed to that link below. In marketing, we call that a CTA, which is a call to action. And that is the action that you want them to take. You want them to go to that specific link. Now, please keep in mind, if you are using your Twitter account just to get your fans and followers to your OnlyFans account or your Fansly account, depending what, site you're on, please keep in mind that if that is your end goal and your only goal, and I say this to all of my clients, then you are not going to have a third-party link on there where now you're putting your Instagram, now they can get to your TikTok. Maybe it has one of an Amazon storefront that you have, right? If your main goal is just to get them and convert your fans and followers to paying subscribers on your sites, then you only should have what actual link you want them to go to. Giving them multiple options to now go to your Instagram, to now go to your TikTok, to now go to your Amazon storefront or whatever, that is only distracting them. You have to think of this as a business. And as a business mindset, you want to convert these fans and followers to your paying customers or subscribers. So you have to make sure that that link in your bio is the exact link that you want to put there so you can convert whatever, fan and follower you are trying to convert them to go to. Okay, so content and scheduling out your content and posts, okay? And how often you should be doing all of these things. So consistency is key on any platform that you're on. You have to be consistent. As I said in the beginning of this video, Twitter and really every platform wants to see that you are going to be a contributing member to this specific platform. So consistency is key. Now, that does not mean that you have to post 5 times a day on Twitter. You do not have to do that at all, but you should at least be posting once a day on the platform. So making sure that you can make out a schedule for yourself for 30 days where you are at least going to make 1 post per day and sticking to that. That is the great way and the best way to be able to get yourself into the algorithm and to get yourself onto the actual explore page and in front of the people that you want to get in front of. Now, with that being said, you do not want to put in your captions. Now, for years, I was telling all of my clients to not put hashtags or links in the captions because the platform was picking it up as spammy. But recently, the algorithm has changed a little bit, and hashtags are becoming a little bit more in use again on the platform. Now, this does not mean to completely spam your captions of your posts with hashtags. You are still only going to use 2 or 3 hashtags on your posts, and you're not going to do it for every single post. And I will tell you why a little bit later in this video when I get to a specific section. The same thing, I understand we all want to promote our businesses, but you should not be putting your links in every single post caption that you are putting, that you are posting either, excuse me. So you want to make sure that your posts are an even amount of just a catchy description and a catchy caption, and then other posts that will have a catchy caption plus some hashtags, and another one that will have a catchy kind of caption with a call to action and then your link in that post. Now, I only recommend my clients doing that one time with a very enticing picture. And then what I have them do is just post and pin that specific post to their page. Now, every post on your Instagram page, you will see, your Twitter page, you will see 3 dots, even though it's on Instagram as well. You will see 3 dots on the top right of each post. When you click on that, you will get a drop down where it will say pin to profile. So on your profile, the only post that you are going to have pinned, these are all tongue twisters, guys, that you are going to have pinned onto your page is going to be the post with your link. It is just an extra marketing tactic to really get your link out there to get higher conversions. But you are not going to spam each post with hashtags or with links. Another really helpful hint and tip that I do for all of my paying clients is when we make a post, what we do so that every post isn't super spammy with links in the captions is that we will now comment on our own posts that we have posted for our client, and we will comment their OnlyFans link in the actual comment thread. So what that is doing is that it is opening up the thread and the engagement on the post, and then everyone that is going to be commenting on the post will see their direct link in the comments. So you're still not missing that opportunity to be able to convert these followers and engaged viewers in the comments. You are still able to get them to see your link and turn them into paying clients. So after you have figured out your bio, your account, now you got your posting set up and everything else, growing on Twitter X is not just about posting. As much as we all want to get on that explore page, and I absolutely help my clients do that, you also need to network on the platform. Now, I do this extensively every single day from morning till night. Literally, I love my team. Thank you guys for all your hard work. We do this all day long for our clients. Now, I understand that might not be really, reasonable for you to do, especially if you have another job, but at least devoting 1 hour to this a day where you are going to be networking on the platform. So shout out for shout out is a great way for you to get yourself in front of a higher audience and a newer audience, okay? So reaching out to other fellow models and asking them if they want to do a shout out for shout out with you. Now, please keep in mind, if you are just starting out and you only have 500 followers, if you are trying to reach out to, a model that has 50K or 100K, they are not really going to want to do a shout out for shout out with you. But finding someone that is another 500 to 1,000 or 1,000 to 1,500 and asking them if they want to network with you and do shout out for shout out that way is more reasonable and doable. Getting yourself in front of their audience is getting yourself in front of more eyes and more people. How to promote your OnlyFans business using YouTube. Any type of OnlyFans services, promotional services, Twitter management, Reddit management, guaranteed fans. I literally do it all. Reach out to me on Instagram. My Instagram link is always in the video description down below so I can help you grow your business. So YouTube is one of the best ways where you can really connect with your viewers to in turn turn them into paying subscribers on your OnlyFans or Fansly business. So that is one of the best ways that I feel that I have been able to really connect with my clients, which We all should know and think this way, because OnlyFans and Fansly is a business, that these are your clients. As much as, yes, they're fans in the business mindset, and in a business mindset, these are paying, subscribers. So they are in turn your clients or customers. And for me, long form content really helps you connect with people better. They're watching you more, as opposed to, a 5 or 10 second reel or TikTok that you might be making. And this is really one thing that I help my clients with. And this is something that helps them with long-term goals. So with YouTube, just so you are aware, this is not something that you are gonna, post a video and you're gonna get overnight success, in a sense. With YouTube, this is a long-term game. That doesn't mean you're not going to get views, because the niche that we will be going over and what you should be doing on YouTube to really help yourself grow on the platform is definitely going to help you. So make sure you stay tuned for that. But YouTube still is a more long-term game, where your videos will be pushed out, but they are pushed out over time. So this isn't something that you feel, or if you think you're going to get like instant gratification or instant results from, it is not. But it is still a great way to be able to sustain and maintain your business and continuously get traffic to your sites. I already have a video on how to start a channel and the back end of, what we're going to go over in this video. So I'm not going to dive too deep into metrics and, SEO and everything else in this video, as I have another video for that. This video is so you can find out the niche that you should be doing and some ideas on how to really use YouTube to your advantage. With that being said, you obviously need to start a channel to be able to post on YouTube. But before you start a channel, this is something that I do for all of my clients, because I also do have YouTube management services where I set up my clients' YouTube channels. I do everything on the back end. All they do is send me the content, and I will even edit and upload and everything for them. What I always do, and what I recommend my clients doing, is not starting a channel until you have at least 5 videos already set up to go. So that way, as soon as you start your channel, you verify your channel with your phone number, you are then going to be able to just knock it out of the park and upload your first 5 videos right away, okay? So I do want to let you know that those 5 videos, you aren't going to be uploading them and publishing all at the same time. You will give a day or 2 days in between each video, which in turn will give you more time to be able to produce more content. But right now, YouTube is really favoring new channels and actually pushing out their content. When I first started 8 years ago and I had started my first channel, I literally would get 0 views, because they were not really favoring new channels like that. Like, I literally had a couple of videos that had absolutely no views. Now the game has changed, and YouTube is definitely helping out the newer channels. So that is why I always recommend that if you are going to start a channel, you have your content ready and you do everything back to back, as opposed to starting a channel and waiting a month. Not saying that if you do that, you're not going to get success, but it's really great just to prepare for even more success. So as I was saying, I really go deeper into another video about the real back end of, what you need to be doing on YouTube. But I will at least mention this on this video, is that on your videos, you have to make sure that you are titling your videos to exactly what that video is. And once you hit that upload button and you upload your video, everything is pretty self-explanatory. You will see that it says title, then right below it, it says description. And then there is other options below it. And you will also see a section that says tags. In the title, in the description, and in the tags of that video has to be what your video is about. So and Google and in, the search world, I guess you could say, that is called SEO, okay, which is search engine optimization. You want to make sure that you are optimizing your videos for search. If you don't know, YouTube is part of Google. I'm pretty sure mostly everybody does, but just in case you don't. So the same way you go onto Google and type, oh, restaurant near me, or I don't know, whatever, right? Like what's going on in Greece right now. The same way you can type that in Google, you literally search in YouTube, right? I'm pretty sure all of you have done that. So it is the same thing. And you want to be able to make sure that your video is going to be found in that search, and YouTube knows where to place it, what category in a sense you are, right? So that way you get in front of the correct audience and in front of the right eyes, okay? So whatever your video is for that specific day, you are going to title it exactly what that is, and you are going to put that in the description with then just a brief description of that, and then in your tags as well. Now, in the video description, you are also going to put your site links, but you are not going to put your direct site links. You are going to use a third party like Linktree or Beacon, okay? And that you are also going to put in the video description so you can make sure that they know where to find you. Because if you're posting videos but they don't know where else to find you, you're not going to be able to convert these viewers into customers. And with that being said, you also really need to make sure that when you are doing, all of this, and you are even editing your videos to take that a further step, in marketing, we call it a CTA, which is a call to action. In your video, just giving a very, light kind of call to action in the video, where at one point you could just put a text in the video, don't forget to check out the video description to get more of my exclusive content. So you're just kind of dropping that into the video. You're telling them and giving them the CTA, the call to action that you want them to do, and that is for them to go into your video description so they can then go to your links and get more exclusive content. So that is also a very, very big, important key in how you're going to really be able to utilize, YouTube to really get your business going and get more traffic to your sites. So now to the good stuff, and what I have all of my clients do on YouTube so I can help them grow their business is try-on hauls. So try-on hauls is a great niche to get into when you want to promote your business and grow your business and get traffic to your sites. So with try-on hauls, it can be literally anything. I have some clients that do dress try-on hauls. I have other clients that do bathing suit try-on hauls, bikini try-on hauls, lingerie try-on hauls, socks try-on hauls, literally everything. So try-on hauls has to be one of the best ways that I have seen and have gotten conversions and results for my clients. Now, with that being said, going back to that SEO where you have to title your videos, description, and tags, this is where you can do that and how you'll get your ideas, right? If it is a dress try-on haul, that is how you will title your video. Now, you're going to want a little bit more of a title than just dress try-on haul. What you could do then is actually go into YouTube search bar itself and type in dress try-on haul and see some of the other results that comes up so you can get some ideas. That is a secret tip, guys, so definitely utilize that. But with that being said, that is how you will know how you are going to title your video. With that, you then are going to put it into the video description and the tags. Like I said, I know I keep on saying it, but it's very important that you do that. The same thing, so whatever your try-on haul will be, that is how you will know to make your video description and title about. But that is the number one way and the method that I have all of my clients doing. All of their content is that. So definitely utilize that to your advantage. How to use Reddit to grow your OnlyFans account. And if you are interested in any of my services, I have Twitter management services, I have promotional services to get you guaranteed fans to your site, then just again, reach out to me on Instagram. The direct link for that will be in the video description down below. So first things first with Reddit, and I say this to all of my Reddit clients, especially if you do not have an account yet. With Reddit, they do not just allow anybody to open up an account and then just go full throttle onto the platform. With Reddit, they have a two-step system that will make you qualified to really be able to be an active user on their platform. So with that being said, what I always tell my clients or people that even just reach out to me thinking about my services that do not have a Reddit account open yet is to open up a Reddit account right now. Like literally as soon as this video is done, I want you to go open up a Reddit account because the age of your Reddit account matters when you want to start being an active member on the platform. Now, nowadays it's called your cake day. Back when it was, I don't want to date myself, but back, I'm not going to date myself, but cake day is the new terms for it. And your cake day is basically the age of your account, which again matters when you are on the platform. The second thing that Reddit takes into consideration is what they call karma points. And how you can kind of think about this is if you go to, one of your local coffee shops or Starbucks, right, and you accumulate points every time you buy something, it's the same thing with Reddit. So you accumulate points every time you are an active user on their site. But again, they still do not give you full access and reins to their site right away. So the first thing you are going to do is you are going to open up your account immediately, even if you are not ready to use it. The second thing you are going to do is you are going to start finding groups, which I will get into in just a little bit. So make sure you stay all the way until the end because Reddit is very involved. It's why so many people seek out my services because it is really involved. It's time consuming. But if you get it right, it is absolutely a game changer for your business and getting paying fans into your sites. Now, with that being said about you having to grow your karmas, okay, and kind of, working your way into the platform, this is very important. Do not overdo yourself, okay? Do not go onto the platform and try to build up your karmas right away and do too much. Because if you do that, the platform will actually stop you and you will get like a little error message like, whoa, you're doing too much, calm down. If you get those messages, you are putting yourself at risk to be shadow banned. And let me tell you something, a shadow ban is something that you will not know that you have on your account. You will just be posting and thinking no one likes your content. Your account won't get shut down. You won't get a suspension email. You won't get anything. You literally will just be dead in the water in a sense. So make sure that when you are starting out, you are just a little bit each and every day. You aren't going onto the platform and spamming the entire platform because you will get shadow banned. Your bio, you are allowed to link your direct Onlyfans, your direct Fansly. So I'm not going to really go into that too much because I feel like that is just very, kind of universal on what you should do. With your bio, just keep it cute, catchy, and very enticing, and then just put your links. Your profile picture, you always want to make sure is of good quality. At this day and age, we all kind of know what is good content, but make sure you have good lighting on the, the picture and it's just visible and centered. So I don't really want to go too deep into that. Another very big piece of advice when you are creating that account is you can never change your @username once you have selected it, okay? Your display name, you can change that as much as you want. But your and your actual username, once it is set up, you can never change it. So please make sure you pick something that is going to kind of work for you throughout the lifespan of you using Reddit. Because on one of my accounts from a very long time ago, I had picked a username that really wasn't helpful for me years down the road when I wanted to try to use that account for something else. And the reason I wanted to use that account specifically is because, again, that cake day or your account age plays a role in how much of free reigns you can have on the platform. So I obviously wanted to use that account to my advantage. And the username was just kind of not what I wanted it to be. I still use the account, but just something to take in mind so you know that once you set that username, you cannot change it. Finding communities and rooms on Reddit. So the way that Reddit works outside of the Karma and Cake Day is on the platform. The way that you can kind of think about this is that there is specific communities for millions of different niches. Like there's literally millions of rooms and communities. And those communities are on a specific topic or a specific niche. And how that helps us is basically if we are just starting out, or even if we're not starting out, but our niche, there is a community that has 1 million group members in that room and community, we can now get ourselves in front of their audience by joining their communities and posting in their rooms. Now, please keep in mind, every community has their own rules, okay? So this is where what I was saying before, that your karmas and your cake day or the age of your account plays a very big role. So a lot of these communities will not let you post if you do not have at least 1,000 to 2,000 karmas. And if you have not been on the platform for at least 90 days. Now, don't get upset or think that this is not going to be doable for you. There is still countless of other communities and rooms that do not have those kind of strict requirements, but you need to make sure that you are reading each community rules before you start trying to post in them. Because if you do not do that, you will get banned from these groups and these rooms. And if it's a group that is it's a room, that is of a high member number and value, and you see that their engagement rate is amazing, you do not want to burn those bridges, okay? So you have to make sure that when you are going to search for these communities and join these communities, you have to read their rules to make sure that you are eligible to post. Also, a lot of these communities will not let you post your links. They will not let you post specific captions or pictures, or sometimes they only want pictures. They won't allow videos. So you have to make sure that you are reading all of the rules. Now, to take this a step further, how would you find these communities? So I personally love the search, options, I guess you would say, on Reddit. Super easy to find. So you just go into the search bar and you will enter in your niche, okay? So you can first start out with Onlyfans, because a lot of Onlyfans communities, they all know that, all the models are just starting out. So they don't have that many strict rules. So I do recommend starting there. But once you just put into the search bar communities, you will literally get an entire drop down of all of the communities that you can join. And then once you go into these communities, they actually will recommend other ones. So once you really get good with just searching and, honing down on what your niche is, it is super easy. Now, to take this a step further, let's say your demographics is that you are Latina or you are a brunette. You can now put that also into the search bar of Reddit, and that will then give you even more niched down communities that will help you grow and find people and an audience that are really particular to you. A very big important tip And it is something that you have to keep in mind because, again, Reddit is very, very strict. Once you now start getting into your flow on Reddit, you are going to be getting DMs, and a lot of them. The biggest thing with DMs on Reddit, the entire platform is monitored, and even our DMs are monitored. So for you have to really make sure that you are not detected as spammy, because again, we do not want bans or shadow bans, because you will not be able, especially a ban, to ever get back onto the platform. They are very strict with bans, okay? A shadow ban, I do help my clients be able to lift it off of their account. After many years of doing this, we know how, but for a ban, you will literally never be able to get onto the platform. So in your DMs and even with comments, you cannot copy and paste the same reply. How to promote your OnlyFans using Instagram. If you're looking for any services to help you grow your OnlyFans or Fansly business, please reach out to me on Instagram. My links are always in the video description down below. I have OnlyFans promotion for guaranteed fans, Twitter management services, Reddit management services, IG management services, YouTube management services. So there are so many things that I can help you with. I also am a coach, and I can coach you how to scale your business as well. So definitely reach out on Instagram. Now let's get into it. So I want to discuss a few things in the beginning for beginners. If you are just starting out, but even if you aren't a real beginner or newbie, and you kind of have already a established page, these are still good practices to keep in mind, and that is your profile, okay? So your profile, you don't have to overthink this. I have so many clients that literally spend days like, oh, my bio, my picture, what should I write? It doesn't have to be anything, I would say, too detrimental to where, you really have to drive yourself nuts to think that your bio has to be like absolutely perfect. A really just cute bio stating a few things about yourself, your demographics, like Aquarius or Leo or something like that, right? Brunette, I love to have fun. And the biggest piece of advice, though, about your bio is going to be your links. So the number one thing that I cannot emphasize enough is making sure your link works. I cannot tell you how many clients I take on, and all of my clients, I will do a social media audit for them, and I will go directly to their links and I will check it out. I will click it. And what happens? So many of my clients have dead links. It is going nowhere. And then they're sitting there scratching their head wondering why they're not getting any traffic to their sites. So you need to make sure that the link that you have, and even if it's a third-party link, making sure every link within that third-party link is working correctly, okay? So what you're going to do with that link, though, is you have to make sure that you have some type of CTA on your page, which is a call to action. A call to action is terminology in marketing where you really want your client, which would be at this point a follower, to take a specific action on your page so you can convert them into a paying customer. So that last line of your bio that should be visible, your bio should not have where they have to click and see more. They should not have that, okay? Your bio should be short, sweet, and they'd be able to see everything without having to do an extra step to see more on your in your bio. So that last line in your bio is going to say, come get more of me with, a little finger emoji going down, or, come check out my exclusive content with a finger emoji going down. So you are telling them what action they want to take, and that is to go below into the link. Now, your profile picture, it cannot be anything too spicy. You don't ever want to put your account at risk, but you have to make sure that your content is good. There's so many clients also that, when I'm doing their management, they'll send me the Google Drive, and a lot of their content I will not use because it is poor lighting. It's not centered. I don't even know what I'm looking at sometimes. I've gotten that before. You have to understand we are right now in an age where content does matter. Now, do you have to drive yourself absolutely nuts about, making sure everything is perfect. No, you don't want to burn yourself out before you even begin. But, getting a ring light, making sure that you are sitting in front of a window so you have good lighting, things are centered. And if they're not centered, at least crop them so they are centered. Things that are like literally, beginner level stuff that is super doable and achievable for you. Now, I do have an Amazon must-haves list that I give for free for anyone that follows me on Instagram and, DMs me that they want it. And in that list, I have some of my recommendations for ring lights that are super reasonably priced that you can get directly off of Amazon that I've used before if you want that. But please make sure that your profile picture is of good quality. You can see, what the actual picture is. Outside of that, you don't really need to do anything else with your profile picture and your link. Just making sure that link works is really the biggest thing. Now, for your content, the content, you still want the same exact things that I mentioned just before, which is making sure things are centered, making sure that things have good lighting, are good quality, and you don't want to be posting anything too spicy. This isn't Twitter or Reddit, which I have videos for those two platforms as well, so definitely check those out. But this isn't Twitter or Reddit where you can really put spicy content on the platform. So please make sure you are aware of that so you don't put your account at risk. Secondly is hashtags. Now, this is a big one, guys, okay? So with hashtags, Instagram actually has hashtags that they will specifically track to see what accounts are using it and then shadow ban or ban those accounts, okay? So you really have to make sure that you are really following guidelines or doing, not really guidelines, but doing your research about the hashtags that you are using. And a lot of the hashtags that they will follow is like the feed hashtags. They will follow that because that is still some type of fetish content that they do not allow on the platform, BBW, chubby, all that. They track those and it puts your account at risk for being shadow banned or just completely being taken down. So what I say to my clients always is you are either just going to do extensive hashtag research or you are just not going to use hashtags at all. Because with consistency is how your account would grow anyways. But if you still feel like you want to use hashtags that would be relevant to you. So maybe a brunette, maybe a Latina, maybe like smile or happy girl or beautiful girl, something along those lines. Do not use the OnlyFans hashtags either, okay? If you start using the OnlyFans hashtags, you will be bombarded by those OnlyFans promotion pages that are complete spam. And a scam. They do not get you any results. They'll message you, oh, my 5 million follower network and this and that, let's promote you. Those are all a scam, okay? If you want legitimate services, you are going to reach out to me where I actually give my clients and get my clients results. So make sure you are using those OnlyFans promotional, OnlyFans hashtags, because then you will also be bombarded with scammers and spammers. So for myself, I do extensive hashtag research for my clients, but what I say to people that reach out to me, if I'm just giving them some, just helpful tips like I am right now, is do not use hashtags if you are not going to do research on them. Your competitor's audience. This is a gold mine, guys, okay? And the reason is because when you are going into your competitor's page and your competitor's audience, you are literally going to a targeted audience that you already know is interested in someone of your demographics. So if it's another Latina, if it's another brunette, if it's another fitness girl, if it's another, bikini model, whoever that person is that is similar to you, that is how you know that you are going to get in front of people that are already interested in a person like you in your demographics. So your competitor's audience is a great way to grow your OnlyFans on your Instagram. There you go. I almost got tongue-tied there. But it's also a great way to pull them to, your OnlyFans and get them interested in you. So how would you do that? you would go into the explore page and go into search and just start typing in, models, Latinas, stuff like that, and those hashtags to see if anyone has actually used those hashtags, right? After that, that is when you're going to hit accounts, and you will be able to find accounts that are of, someone that is close to you. Okay. So that's the easiest way to find some of your competitors on Instagram. Once you do that, you are then going to go onto their page, into their comments, and into their followers list. And at that point, if you find accounts that do not look, like kind of spammy, or that are public, and you can, see if they're male, female, whatever, target audience you are trying to reach out to, you are now going to just start engaging in their content and send them a cold DM. In marketing, we call it, and in sales, it's called a cold DM, where you reach out to somebody, and you don't really have much rapport with them. So you then would send them a DM, hey, how are you? Like, what's going on? You can also message me on Instagram, and I can help you with a DM script if you need help with that. But it's just going to be something cute, inviting, enticing, and then you can share your link. So this is a great way to grow your OnlyFans using Instagram and your competitors' audience. Now, one thing I do want to mention about DMing your targeted audience, right? Your competitor's audience, when you start sending out those DMs and you are interacting with them. Instagram only allows us to do a certain amount of, or take a certain amount of actions on their platform every single day. If you do too much, they are going to pick you up as spam or a bot, and you, again, can put your account at risk. Which I also don't recommend people doing that anyways, doing too much, because again, you're gonna burn yourself out. So having a schedule, where you're just gonna reach out, or, follow and kind of interact with maybe 20 of your competitors' followers that day. That is a good kind of method and game plan to use, where you are not doing too much on the account and you're also not burning yourself out too quickly. Reels. So Reels has become a gold mine, guys. If you can just produce several Reels a week, you can really just skyrocket your account. Now, I do always say to my clients, for my clients, we post anywhere from 2 to 5 Reels per day, but we are doing that ourselves. So my clients don't really have to worry about that, but that's how we get the maximum growth. For yourself, if you at least just post 1 reel per day and you stay consistent for 30 days, 60 days, 90 days, your account will completely skyrocket. And with Reels on Instagram, no, not like TikTok. I have a video for that, so definitely look out for that. Hashtags do not matter with Reels on Instagram. If your content is enticing, you will get viewers. And also, if you are being active and consistent in your Reels, your content will be pushed out automatically. So you don't have to worry about what you need to kind of put in your hashtags. The one thing though is, please do not be too spicy or risque in those Reels, because again, it's not Twitter or Reddit. You will end up getting your account either banned or shadow banned. With a shadow ban, you will never know that you are shadow banned. Just all of a sudden, you're really not getting any followers. Your posts aren't really getting any traction. Your Reels are getting less views. And that's basically what that is. So you have to make sure that when you are producing Reels, you have to keep just those few things in mind. Outside of Reels is carousels. So carousels is performing really well right now on Instagram. And it's really helpful for you as a model to really be able to pull more people into your account, because you are able to just give a little bit more content of yourself. So doing a carousel that has anywhere from about 4 to 10 pictures of yourself, really like 4 to 8, I think would be good, but no less than 4, is definitely a great way also to grow your account. And again, to get people enticed to your content and them want to see more, which in turn will pull them into being a follower and inevitably get them to get onto your OnlyFans for them to subscribe. How to promote your OnlyFans account on Facebook. And if you need any services on OnlyFans for guaranteed fans promotion, Twitter management, Reddit management services, coaching, reach out to me on Instagram. I can help you out. So Facebook, a lot of my clients kind of don't want to do Facebook because just like everyone else, we all kind of have a lot of people that we know on Facebook. For myself, it's literally like my aunts, that are in Greece and my cousins in the US. So there's definitely a lot of people on Facebook and personal people. So this is something that you're going to have to decide if you want to use, but you can absolutely still do Facebook anonymously if that is something that you wanted to do. But you will have to manually go and block the people that you wouldn't want to find you, or you'd have to be a faceless content creator. With that being said, with some of the tips that I am going to be giving you in this video, so make sure you stay all the way to the end so you can get all the information, you can be able to promote your OF without having to really market it to your friends or your family or anything if you use especially one of the techniques that I am going to go over in this video. So definitely do not worry about that. But if you aren't worried about your family members, then you really want to make sure that you are optimizing your Facebook page, or you open up a fan page or a content creator page for your business. You are going to make sure that your link is in your bio. And the biggest thing that I always say to all of my clients is making sure your link is working. I cannot tell you how many of my clients, when I go and I do a page audit for them, the first thing I'll do is boop, click on that link, and I fall onto dead links so many times because no one is taking that extra 2 seconds of their time to make sure that their business is optimized as well as it should be. So that is definitely something that I always harp on in these videos and to my clients. So if you're using a third-party link, not just clicking on your third-party link and, okay, it works. No, now go into that link and click every other single link in there to make sure that it is directing you to where you would want your potential followers and viewers to click onto so you can convert them into paying subscribers. With your profile picture and your banner, you do not want to put anything spicy at all in those two pictures. What I always recommend though is still making sure that the content is enticing, it has good lighting, it's centered correctly, but it cannot be spicy. The same thing with the content that you put on the platform. Now, I am going to say that I have found other models that have put extremely spicy content on the platform, and they do not get flagged. I don't know how that even happens. I remember I made a comment in just one of my family members' posts, and the way I typed it, it was typing it in English letters, but trying to speak it in Greek. I don't know if that really makes sense. But basically that comment got flagged. And I was thinking to myself, how are all of these other models getting away with what they're getting away with if I just get flagged for writing, misspelling a word in another language using the English alphabet? Anyways, you get my point. For you to just make sure that you are always going to have your account in a good standing, you are going to follow the best practices. It doesn't matter what any other model is doing on the platform. Now into content. So I already said about how your content is not going to be too spicy at all. You can also reuse your TikToks. If you have seen my TikTok video or if you've seen my Instagram video, you can also reuse your TikToks and the reels that you made on Instagram to repurpose them onto Facebook. So it's a lot easier for you to stay on all of these platforms without getting burnt out. But Reels is really where it's at right now on every single platform. So I urge you to always be posting Reels, and you should be posting at least every single day. Now, you don't need to post as many Reels on Facebook as I have recommended on TikTok or on Instagram, but you at least should be consistently posting one reel every single day. If you could bump it up to 2 to 5 reels on your Facebook page, that would really make a difference. But the biggest factor of all of that is being consistent. So if you feel like 2 to 5 is too much for you, you're going to get overwhelmed and then just give up completely. I always advise my clients then just do 1 a day, so that way we can keep you consistent and get you nicely onto the algorithm so you are pushed in front of more viewers. Now with regular posts, you can just do regular bikini pictures, but they have to be in front of an actual pool or a beach because those might get flagged. I've had clients reach out to me and they're like, I don't know why my post got flagged, and then I'll see it and they're in like a micro bikini on a bed. So you have to kind of make it make sense in a sense, right? To where you're not going to get picked up or flagged for what, you're posting on the platform if it is something that is of a natural kind of nature, right? Another thing is hashtags. You have to make sure that you are doing hashtag research if you want to use hashtags. I always tell my clients that you have to make sure that you are doing research on banned hashtags or flagged hashtags, because there is hashtags that they actually track, and if specific accounts are using them, they will shadow ban them or they will just literally ban them. So make sure that you are doing your research, or do not use any hashtags at all. And please do not use the Onlyfans hashtag or a Fansly hashtag. What that's going to do is just get you so many spammers and scammers in your comments and in your DMs trying to sell you for a promotion on their 5 million follower network, and it's all a scam. If you want real work, you come to me, or someone that is actually legitimate and not these like weird scammy promo pages, okay? Okay, so now my little secret weapon tip that I've used and my clients use and get amazing results. And this is what will help you keep your kind of OnlyFans business secretly, anonymously on Facebook from any of your family or relatives if you do not want to make a separate page or be really promoting it like that. It is Facebook groups. This is the best way to get yourself in front of a larger audience without even having to post, without posting reels, without anything. Just making sure that at least your profile picture is of very good quality, super enticing, super sexy, super flirty. And in your bio, instead of having your OF link, you'll just write, yes, I have one, DM me. So that way it's very vague, but people who know about OF and there is potential customers or paying subs, they know that too. They're going to reach out to you. So with Facebook groups, what you are going to do is you are going to be following or joining Facebook groups that you think your target audience would be. An example, if you are a female model and you want to target the male audience, get into Facebook groups for cars, get into Facebook groups for football, for baseball, any type of sports, Facebook groups, golf, things that you know, hunting, things that you know that it is a predominantly male group. Then what you're going to do once you join these groups is you're just going to be super active in the groups. Now, you aren't going to spam your OF link in the comments. You aren't going to do anything like that. All you are going to do is be very active in the comments of each post. So that way, if, Joe Schmo ends up replying, in a comment on a post in a sports, in a sports group, and you write back, even if you really don't know about sports, but you can Google, what would be an appropriate answer, or, Google, what team was actually playing that night, or something along those lines. And you just respond to him, yeah, well, this is what I really thought, and blah, blah, blah. Men are going to see now your profile picture and you're enticing them. Then they're going to go to your page, see in your bio that you literally have, yes, I have one. Or if you have your link there, they're going to see your link. So this is a surefire way to be able to convert and get paying subscribers on Facebook using Facebook groups. So make sure that you are very active in those comments. But again, you're not going to be spamming your link or anything. And a lot of the times what also happens is when men see women commenting, you will get flooded in the DMs from men in these groups. And now this is your chance to now give them your link and forward them to your OF page. Comment down below. We're all here to help each other out, and reach out to me again on Instagram if you need any help with my services. Until next time.